Welcome back, and I look forward to seeing those drafts you all did at the end of last lecture. We're going to start building on it in a little bit. And to start this next little video, you should have all received a reading from me. I'll also drop a link to this reading in the description below, but this reading came from Dr. Laura Portwood-Stacer, and it's all about what she thinks are the proper techniques for email. And it follows a pretty boilerplate system. Dear Professor last name, here's a line that recognizes our common humanity. I'm in your class at section number that meets on such and such day. This is the question I have for you. I've looked in the syllabus and at my notes, and I've asked someone else for help, and I think the answer is blah, 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 but I'm still not sure. I would like you to do such and such, signing off with a thank you, your favorite student. And what we can do from here is identify key parts of this template. We start by identifying the first three components: a salutation, hello or dear, an honorific, professor or doctor, and our names. And Dr. Portwood-Stacer rightfully notes two things. One is that with the honorific, we have the added benefit of being gender neutral. Professor or doctor doesn't require you to presume a miss or a mister. And she also notes that this is where a lot of us professors have sensitive egos. But I want to add something else to that, which is this first opening block, Dear Professor Last Name, can be used as a screening mechanism. If I receive an email that just says, hey, in addition to it being informal, I might think it was sent to a mass audience or is otherwise spam. And if I see an email that is properly addressed to me, I know to at least pay some additional attention to it. From here, we can identify a nicety, a reminder of who you are, and a reason for the email. And this is important because if you're writing your professor to say, what's the homework tonight? It's not enough to say, what's the homework tonight? But also, what's the homework tonight for course 1, 2, 3 that meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays? Of course, the problem with saying, what's the homework tonight for course 1, 2, 3 that meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays is that has probably already been answered somewhere, most notably the syllabus of your Canvas page. So if you're asking, what's the homework tonight for course 1, 2, 3 that meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the professor might want to see, I looked in the syllabus, I checked a Canvas, I asked a friend, and I still don't know. From here, it might be helpful to restate what the ask is. What is the point of this email? And so I was hoping you could email me to let me know what the homework is tonight. We end with a sign-off. This is a great idea, not only as a sign of respect, but in signing off with your name, you also let the professor know how you would like to be addressed in that reply email. I think this is a great start, but I'll add that I think that there's a meta element here that's been left off of these key email components, which is timing. So for example, it's not enough to say, Dear Professor so-and-so, it's me, your favorite student. I would like you to write me a recommendation letter. But to make sure that there's proper time for the professor to respond to that ask. So if you would say, I would like a recommendation letter that's due in 15 minutes, you might not be pleased with the response you're going to get. And all this is great, and yes, we professors do have fragile egos, but now's a great time to stop and ask ourselves, what does any of this have to do with design thinking? So take a minute and think to yourselves, and we'll regroup in the next video to see what I came up with.